Group 1.
Raymond Howell Jr. of McKinney, Texas, 14 years old, and was described as having a huge heart. Jeremy Dell of Richardson, Texas, 16 years old, and his classmates said he made a joke about everything. Sadie Walker, Richardson, Texas, 15 years old, and her parents described her as being a great older sister. Now, you're probably wondering what these three precious children have in common. And the truth is, besides all being from Dallas County, they share a troubled past. Raymond, he was being bullied at school, and he asked his parents if he could transfer schools. His parents said, "It's fine, everything will work itself out." Well, a couple weeks later, Raymond had enough, and he was so depressed that he shot himself. Jeremy, he was late to class one day. His teacher asked him to go get a pink slip, which is normal protocol, and when he came back, he said, "I have what you wanted." As she was turning around, he shot himself in the head in front of 30 other classmates and his teacher. His story was so, it got national publicity that the band Pearl Jam made a song called Jeremy. And this is the young boy who it's about. Sweet Sadie Walker, she was also suffering from depression, and she didn't know who to turn to. So she Googled, and she found an online site with other teens who were suffering from depression. And unfortunately, all these teens were depressed, and they fantasized about how they were going to end their lives. On Christmas Day, after opening all the gifts she wanted, she disappeared, and after several hours, her parents found her hung. So, Dallas, it's time to get to the core of adolescent depression. It is our responsibility as adults in our community to help our children stop the madness and lead them to recovery. I am Cecilia Paul, Program Director for the Buckle.
My name is Preston Eliashiv, and I'm the Public Relations Manager here at Buckle. Here at Buckle, we believe that good business comes from good people doing good and giving back, as this drives the fundamentals of success. In 1948, we launched our first Buckle Jeans store in Kearney, Nebraska. We currently have 450 retail stores nationwide with a large presence in the Dallas area. We are currently working with 8 different nonprofit organizations. Here are some as follows: the Make-A-Wish Foundation, the American Red Cross, the Safe Center, and the Jubilee Center. And we propose a new addition to our partnerships with these nonprofit organizations with DARS.
DARS is part of the Texas Department of Assistive and Rehabilitative Services. They currently have 4 divisions, each with their own separate programs, helping with blindness, rehabilitation for veterans, disabilities, and early childhood intervention. So Stop the Madness will be their 5th division, and it is going to help with adolescent depression. So we'll be located at the Mental Health building in downtown Dallas, so it's centrally located to all the surrounding cities. And we'll partner with UT Southwestern doctors to help provide therapy and counseling, as well as research. So, Dallas, I have a question for you. Just simply raise your hand when you know the answer. What is adolescent depression? Yes, sir.
Is it a mental illness?
Yes, you're correct. Sorry, it is a mental illness. It's much like being depressed as an adult, except it's for adolescents, so teenagers. So some signs to look for would be attitude changes from happy to sad, or complaints that you're bored. Lots of times when kids are bored, they're up to no good. So uninterested in social or family activities, as well as withdrawing from friends and family. Like if they're just stuck in their room, they're not wanting to interact with anyone, that could be alarming. Appetite and weight changes, and then major sleeping changes as well. These are just a few signs to be aware of.
In Texas alone, the third leading cause of death is suicide. Suicide is preventable. There are currently 13,257 suicides each year, with 2,100 of these being our children in the Dallas area, suffering from adolescent depression. In Dallas high schools, students suffering from adolescent depression, there's currently 57% considering suicide, 32% attempting suicide, and 11% seeking medical attention. And now it's time to stop the madness. We are here to raise awareness of what adolescent depression is, and we are here to provide peer support groups through counselors and therapists from, as Cecilia said earlier, UT Southwestern, doctors. And we are here to provide social activities such as flag football, soccer, basketball, and other extracurricular activities.
So our 2016 event is going to be at the State Fair of Texas. Stop the Madness will be there. The reason why we're going to be at the State Fair of Texas is because it's one of the top family attractions here in Dallas. And according to the fair, 18% of their attendees will be between the ages of 12 and 17, which is our target market. And 86% of them will return the following years. Also, we have the big Texas OU event here, so this is a great time for us to gain double exposure in 2 states. And also, the State Fair of Texas has current youth programs where they offer scholarships to teens for cattle raisings and stuff like that. So this is another youth program that they're wanting us to be there. We're going to be located at the Midway, which is right over here. And the reason why we're going to be located at the Midway area is because that's where all the games and the rides are. So there's going to be a large adolescent population there. So we're going to be at the Texas Tower, which is just right there. So we'll have a tent set up there, and at our tent we're going to have a dunk tank, and it looks just like this. So you can dunk your brother, you can dunk your sister or your friends, and while the kids are in line dunking each other, or you can even dunk your parents, we'll be speaking with the parents and passing out programs such as this. So just bringing awareness to signs of what they should look for, where to seek help, and then also each person that just visits our tent, the Buckle's going to give them a 15% off coupon just for coming by. And then we're going to market our program at the DARS monthly newsletter. So that's emailed to current people that are within the 4 programs that they have now, and then also mailed to their addresses. Every Buckle store here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area will have our program that we just slip in with their bag along with their receipt. Also, as well as social media, so we have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Hashtag Stop the Madness. And then at the State Fair of Texas, we're going to have pole banners, which look just like this. It has who we are, where when we're going to be there, and our location, which again is the Texas Tower, as well as our Buckle coupons that are provided.
And now we propose a new program to be implemented at DARS. We will be providing identifier sessions, such as providing awareness of what adolescent depression is to the Dallas area, as well as providing sessions to show signs of what adolescent depression is, and sessions to provide everyone with information how to deal with those that are suffering from adolescent depression. We will be providing assistance through our counselors and therapists, as we said earlier, from UT Southwestern doctors. And we will be providing confidence building activities with flag football and other extracurricular activities. And we'll be reinforcing our program with positivity, determination, and new outlooks on life, so these adolescents don't commit suicide. We found our budget for the Texas Tower to be $950, our dunk tank rental of $4,800, our banners that will be around the whole State Fair of Texas Park of $18,000. We are going to have 20 volunteers, and we'll need t-shirts for them of $100. And our volunteers will be coming from Buckle and DARS, being the employees. Parking reimbursement for our volunteers of $300. And we propose our program to be $250,000 annually. That brings us to a total of $274,150. So we are asking you, the Dallas Chamber, for only $149,150.
Now, this was Han. She was hospitalized at UT Southwestern, and after care from our doctors, she is now living a happy life as a teacher. She once said, "If I can do it, so can you. I believe in you. I believe in recovery." One child who commits suicide is one too many. Dallas, it's time that we stop the madness and help our children to a healthy recovery. You can follow us on our social media accounts,
such as Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. If you have any questions or know anyone that's suffering from adolescent depression, please feel free to follow us on our social media pages, and we'll be happy to help you in any way.
Now we'll open up for any questions.
Yes.
Can I find help before your program?
That's a good question. Can we find help? She asked, can we find help before our program? We have a building, and we plan to have help being provided in the Dallas area. And as you leave, we will pass out some flyers and giving you some information as to where to find some leads in the location that will be available after our program is hosted at the State Fair of Texas. So not right now, but you will be able to very soon.
Thank you, Team 1.